Oh, 56 hard in the wall. Looks like we're gonna stay green. Oh,
they got a spin.
95 around, 33 hard into the inside wall.
Oh, they're wrecking up front. 93, Ricky Johnson around, collects a 30, the 59, the 30, I already said the 30. Oh,
They're still wrecking.
Oh my god, the 22 of Jason San Diego, damn it. Oh my word.
Turn 3 and 4.
Side, they fly for turn 3 and 4.
That's 66 now. Oh, they're 3 wide.
Oh, Joe, who's
3.
here?
I don't know. They're 3 wide through the tri-oval. Give it to Feld there at the yellow flag. For the lead, the 77 goes to the inside. Doesn't have the run there. Goes back outside. He's going to try to have the momentum through turns 3 and 4. Peaks to the inside. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaways. Calavol's around.
It's going to be at the line. It's so close. Merslack wins it.
Don't think. Oh, he got really close. He's going to look to the inside. Oh, they make contact. Oh my God. Joseph Weaver. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to JTN's feature presentation of the HOBO Racing League Modified Series tonight. Thank you to everyone tuning in. As always, I am Joe Twansky. Alongside me tonight, Mr. Ricky Collette. Did you hear the applause, Ricky?
Yeah, I did. Was that what that was?
I tried.
Yeah, it's hard to do it with a one-man show.
Well, we're
It's great to be back here, Joe, tonight. Here at Stafford Speedway. Should be gearing up for an exciting race tonight, huh?
Oh, it's going to be a good one. Last time we were here with the Modifieds, with HOBO Racing, we were at Thompson. It was a great time then. It's going to be a great time tonight with some classic short track racing. 120 laps on the docket for this evening. Ricky, we're up in your territory with these Grand Pandas, as you folks up in the Northeast like to say. I'm going to keep going then. And it's going to be a fun time.
Oh, yeah, definitely should be. There's one thing that you can always count on is New England short track racing with modifieds being exciting. That's video game or real life. It's always a riot. Stafford's a real fun place to race. It should be really exciting tonight. A lot of close racing here. Very small track here. 120 laps on a half-mile track should go by fairly quickly. And should just be back to the brim with action tonight.
Yeah, 18-second laps here on new tires. We expect, those lap times to come down a little bit, but with the way these modifieds are set up, often it is not the case. Again, 120 laps tonight. I'm Joe Twansky, Ricky Collette, in the booth with me tonight for this presentation of the HOBO Racing League. You see it's just gotten darker. That means we're getting ready to race. Ricky, that means it's time for you to go through our starting lineup.
All right.
We got Death on Pit Road.
Got Death on Pit Road as we read off our next starting lineup for tonight's race. Starting on pole will be the 41 of Josh Boyer. And second will be the 31 of Jeff Stakenis. The 57 car of Keller will be starting third, with the 6 car of Napick following up in fourth place. Herman Reese in the 73 Cadillac will be starting in the 5th spot. Brent Spatafora in the 37 will be starting 6th. Alongside him will be Ryan Bard in the 3. Starting in 8th will be the 21 Steve Rapino, and Ron Simpson, the 25, will be in the 9th spot. Rounding out the top 10 will be the 50 6 of Rod Weston, and Austin LaPlante will be starting in the 11th spot in that 48 Lowe's machine. 12 of Chris Gilbert will be starting in 12th, and the 51 of Roger Nebelsick will be starting in the 13th spot. Dan Rubino in the 44 will be starting in 14th. And Larry D in the 188 will be starting 15th. Bill Kring in the 32 will be starting 16th. Richard Finkel in the 2 car. In the 18th position will be the 17 of Push Rod. And in the 19th position following him up will be the 14 of DJ Hinksey. Then rounding out the field in the 22nd position, whatever I said, rounding out the field will be the 59 of Duke Sorensen. Little curveball for those that don't know this at home. When it gives us the layout back, it puts Joe and I in the qualifying layout. So I'm doing like quick to keep track of where we were.
Quick maths, quick maths. We're not
Didn't do
math
it right.
majors. We're engineers up here at the booth tonight.
Sorensen would be starting 20th. I think that's because you take 2 of us out of there. There's 22 in the listing, so 20.
Good job.
That means 20 cars tonight. Good sized field for some interesting racing. You should make for a pretty big pack and a lot of traffic to negotiate here, Joe.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. I see Barbara Ann tuning in. You know, they're gonna be cheering on the Rubino boys, as well as Judy in chat, and then Gent Nation also turning up for the race tonight. Great to see them, and Bobby Farrell. Chat, Ricky, we got a great group of people. Make sure, if you haven't already, you're hitting that subscribe button to get notifications anytime we go live here on JTN, bringing you some of the best sim racing from NR 2003 on the entire web. Again, 120 laps tonight at this beautiful half-mile northeastern racetrack that's going to put on an absolute show for us at home. So glad you're joining us. Ready for some Thursday night thunder. I don't know if that's still trademarked, Ricky, but I said it, so with fingers crossed.
That's alright, we got the legal team on it.
That's good. I guess I'll have to dress Bristol up with a briefcase and a suit now, huh?
Yeah, give him a little bow tie. Give him his own business cards.
You know, I mean, he's a producer, he's a camera, he does it all up here at JT.
A jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades. And, Ricky, one thing I think that's going to be interesting tonight is the way these guys are attacking these corners. I'm noticing in practice and now in happy hour, there's some guys that really send it deep into the corner, and then there's some guys that kind of back up the corner to get a good run off. What do you think is going to be the prevailing strategy at the end of this race?
Oh, well, I guess it kind of depends on what kind of feel they're getting for the car right now. You know, it's a very flat track here, so you're really just trying to get to rotate as well as possible. And I guess it's all relative to what kind of runs we end up getting. I think backing off and trying to let the car rotate naturally is going to pay off more on the tires. If we get a lot of short runs here, being aggressive and really diving those turns might be a best way to get a fast lap here. Short track racing, very close lap time, so really there's not a whole ton of can't really be wrong, I don't think, one way or the other in terms of getting a fast lap time. It's just relative to, you know, how quickly your tires are going to wear down.
For sure, and it's going to be interesting to see who maybe is a little more patient. Sometimes, you know, in these short track races, it's going to say 120 laps up on your ticker. But 120 laps here, that's what, 60 miles? I mean, I've driven 60 miles in a day. It takes a while to drive 60 miles on the freeway, but in one of these open-wheel mods, it's not going to take that long.
Oh, no, I mean, 60 miles, it's, you know, you take that in an hour, maybe. Depending on where you're going. If you're going around the highway, it'll take you like an hour, maybe a little less. So imagine what these guys are doing here, you know, topping out at about, you know, going on the straightaway right now, about 120 on the straightaways. We're going to wrap this up rather quickly. Should be sub 40 minute here if we stay green the whole way, knock on wood.
Oh, we're gonna get some carnage tonight, Ricky. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great race. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. As always, we appreciate all of your support here with the HOBO Racing League. like I said, make sure if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already gone over to our Facebook page, give us a like over there. Another great way to keep in touch with us at JTN. We'll talk about our sponsors throughout the night. And it's going to be a fun night. You see Steve Rubino here in his 21 HOBO Racing Mods. Steve, great job with this league.
Start your engines!
I really have to get a sound pack so we can get some different drivers start your engines commands to kind of mix it up a little bit, Ricky. But they do a great job here at HOBO at providing these drivers with a great place to race.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen it the past few weeks. Every time we do one of these races, they always get wild. They're always exciting. So I way that tonight's going to be any different. It should be a fun time.
Yeah, 20 modifieds are going to hit the track. Half a mile, 20 cars. It could be a recipe for disaster, but I have a feeling it's going to give us a good show. Josh Boyer is going to lead them to the green. Pace car makes its way off the track as the cars come through turns 3 and 4. Can't wait to see them going. Get up to speed. Green flags in the air. We're racing at Stafford.
Very big stagger there on the start there, Joe. It looked like Boyer had an entire car length and a half on the rest of the field.
Right now watching Herman Reese move his way towards the front from that 5th starting position. Spadafora in the 37 underneath Napick here. Or I believe 5th. 4th. 5th. I got it right. Go me. Already, it looks like we got a car around. Nope. I'm seeing things. Holy. But all throughout the pack, a lot of close racing. But right now, it's the Josh Boyer show out front, jumping out to a big lead, Ricky.
Yeah, it looked like definitely has been stretching that out already. 3 laps here. Stakenis is keeping in tow, though, running very similar lap times to that leader there. Just a tiny bit off of what Boyer's doing. But it could be interesting if these guys are going to be like this all night on who's going to outlast the other. Because you got the 73 of Herman Reese going for that 3rd position on the inside of the 57 right now.
Making his way inside of Rob Keller. In the
we got
57.
caution. Oh, we got the 12 around on track of Gilbert. 14 of Hinsky is also involved. Looks like that 14 is blowing out some smoke too, Joe.
Yeah, that does not look good, Ricky. Not the way you want to start a race here. Hinsky in the chase for the championship this season, and already early troubles with the motor that looks like it's about ready to go. Get you a replay.
Yeah, that looks unfortunate. Probably should have prefaced this at the start. Realistic damage tonight, so any kind of damage these guys are getting is going to have some repercussions.
And it looks like, Ricky, this all starts up ahead with the number, I believe the number 51 in Nebelsack.
Yeah, it just looked like the 188 just gave him a good shot there.
108.
Came up on him a little quicker than maybe he anticipated. Or 108, my apologies. F14 took a shot and just went tumbling through the dirt there. That's really unfortunate for Ski. That thing ended up flipping because that probably did him in on damage.
12 gets in, kind of the cars warping through each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, so with the damage, what that generally does, I guess, to break immersion in the context of NR, is that's really going to take away from your top speed more than anything. These guys are running 3rd gear on track mostly, the way the setup seems to be configured. So I'm sure in theory your top speed is probably higher than what these guys are actually maxing out on the straightaways. So in that regard, the 14 might have a little luck there. Looks like he's coming off pit road right now. He might have a little bit of fortune there. That it might not hurt him as bad with top speed, but it does also hurt acceleration a little bit. It's going to hurt his drive off. I don't know how that thing's going to handle. It might handle better because it's underpowered. It might handle worse because maybe the arrow's just perpetually right on that thing now. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what that. There is a chance, but there is a chance that he could that damage doesn't hinder much just because of the track we're running.
Yeah, you got a hazard to think here that you gotta hope. You gotta be full of a little bit of hope here that you're gonna still be able to get a good finish early on. Again, in the chase, that's not the way you want to start a race here, but looks like our pace car lights are off. We should be going back green flag racing this next time by.
It looks like everyone's single file here. Boyer's going to be leading them back to this restart. Let's see how much of a gap he has this time. It's like these guys are trying to give each other a lot of spacing with good short track manners.
Good short track manners.
Come off at turn 4.
There we go. Green flags back out. Ricky in the 41 and 31. Big jumps on the rest of the pack as the 57 does not get a good jump on the restart.
Yeah, that's the only problem when you keep that spacing on these guys. It's very good manners, very good. Oh, no, got another spin to the 17 of Pushrod. No caution for that. He went about halfway, 90 degrees sideways, went into the dirt. It seems like he's going to continue.
You see a 17 car, the green belt beef machine of Pushrod. Tough break there. But a self spin is not the worst thing in the world. We're looking out through the rest of the field. Try not to take you through these cars too quickly. You see Sorensen. Luke Sorensen in the 59 machine there. Jeff Gordon looking car. There you see Dan Rubino in the 44.
Yeah, very single file through the field right now, Joe. It looks like everyone trying to mind their P's and Q's a little bit. Maybe that 17 spin kind of scared everyone a little bit to get under control so we can get some laps in. Our racing around the track just seems like one thing I am taking notice of what we discussed earlier about checking up early or diving it into the turn, backing up your turn compared to diving it in. That seems to be kind of was a product of what that first caution was, and I'm seeing it still on track here. A lot of these guys will in the turn kind of try to back it up, and then someone behind them dives it in, gets really close to that back bumper there. Just very much playing a game of chance right now on track, because one bump when that car's at maximum load there, that one little outside force pushing that car is going to send it right around.
Yeah, and a lot of that too, Ricky, isn't it about like knowing your competitors, knowing who you're driving around, just their driving style, their tactics, and just you know me, like I'm a more conservative driver, right? At the start of the run, I'm giving you guys plenty of room. I'm not diving into the corners barely ever. But then you have guys out there that are they attack the track on lap 1 and they go for every position they can get, and it's not a strategy that fails a driver, especially in a short race like this, as we watch Weston try to make his way up through the field. But you got to think that.
Hey, you just saw it there again with the 3 and the 56.
Yeah. I mean, one guy will go into the corner a little deeper, one guy will back off a little bit, and then the guy that goes in a little deeper, sometimes he just can't slow the car down. Because part of it, too, is you don't want to use up your tires by hitting your brakes too hard.
Yeah, that's definitely the... I definitely think that knowing who you're racing around helps a lot, too. That's probably why we're kind of seeing this back and forth so much, so... in such a rhythmic way, is that you kind of get used to who you're racing around. You're comfortable enough to sort of try that. Was you see the 56 going to the inside of the 3? Big move here by Weston.
Got to get the position going down into turn 1. He dives it in there. 3 car though. Boyd also.
Oh yeah, that 3 is.
They're hanging tough, side by side down the back straightaway.
And Joe, I didn't know if there would be a second line there. And, ooh, they're close.
Weston
there would be a second line there.
Yeah,
but that 3 just made it work.
He did. I think he might have caught Weston off guard a little bit going so deep into turn 1, and that might have stopped the rhythm of the 56 machine. But you saw Weston hit the grass there the last time through turns 3 and 4. Really upset the car.
Yeah, and it looks like you can see with that 3 though is that he's really upsetting the back end of the car.
Yeah, you saw.
And the 56 is gonna pounce in here. That might have been what was prompting Weston to try to make that move. Is that he was holding that low line. The 3 kept bouncing off the apron there and getting that thing unsettled. And when you're driving a short track and the guy in front of you starts doing that, checking you up, you get kind of antsy because you think they're holding you up. But then a lot of times what happens is you try to make a run at them and they find something on that outside line.
Well, and using that outside...
Looks like they all get that clear.
Field starting to lapping Hinsky in the 14. Obviously, that 14 car down on power. Here we watch the 57 Albertsons machine of Rob Keller. You know, a guy that likes to drive the 57 Albertson car.
Oh, boy. Players coming right up on that 17. I'm to 31.
Ennis and Boyer out front right now. Keller in third. 17 push rod after he had that spin early on in the run, Ricky. That's gotta hurt his tires. I don't know if he came down to pit, but obviously off pace because of that spin.
Yeah, you spin out, overheat your tires, and definitely it probably wears it down a little bit too. It just hurts your tires all around. It's recoverable, but sometimes you luck out a little better than others. One thing I did take notice, like I said, when the 41 caught that 17, it seemed like he lost a ton of time there. We got a caution on track.
Well, it looks like it might involve the 51, the back end really scrunched up there on Nebelsek's car. We'll try to get you a replay. Not try, we will get you a replay.
Actually, the 51 was already...
Is that already?
Oh, it was the 14 at Hinsky. The motor blew and that thing was done. 14 blew it up, we were on into 1. That's really unfortunate. But that's also kind of the game you're playing when you got to repair engine damage, is that the thing's going to be a lot more temperamental. You don't really know if the thing's going to grenade itself.
Here you see it, smoke billowing out that engine. Hinsky doing a good job, though, getting out of the way of all the drivers, not putting oil down in the racing line, and a tough break there for a chase contender.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Like, everyone coming down pit road this time, Ricky. It's going to be a race off pit road. Give it to Boyer.
Who gets it? Yeah, Boyer's just been class of the field so far. 30 laps led on track as we're coming around for lap 30. Point I was going to say right before we threw that yellow, just to finish my point, with where I had a couple of damaged cars out there, it's kind of increasing the, I guess, spread of the field in terms of lap times. So, all of that's going to kind of compound to make more lap traffic for these leaders. And that's one thing that they're going to run into. As this 41 and 31 are running these fast times, they're going to have to deal with lap traffic at some point here. And that could throw a huge wrench into some of these position battles, especially for the lead, just because the track's, primarily a one-lane track. You can make that outside lane work, but really the way you want to be fast around here is by getting around the bottom of the track, arcing it around the bottom of the track as short of a distance as possible. So when we get back green here, we've got another nice green run like we just had. Keep an eye out with these leaders when they start catching that lap traffic again, how that kind of plays into the whole battle that we see up here. Kenneth
Kenneth's going to have to try to get a little bit closer to Boyer in that 41, although you got to think that he could have been saving his tires there, thinking that we were going to get a long run. That run about, 15 or so, 15 laps. A good run to get these guys settled in, and now they got to hit the reset button here. It's now it's a 90-lap race now, right? You look at this race in chunks, you get a caution, splits up the race a little bit. Okay, 90-lap race now, as we're going to be going back green flag. Next time by, it's going to be Boyer, Stakenis, Heller, Herman Reese, and then the 37 of Spadafora rounding out your top 5. You see the beautiful property here at Stafford from our camera up on top of the grandstands before we get back going green flag racing here. Gonna be Boyer and Stickennis. Remember, you can't pass until off of turn 2 with these single file restarts here at Hobo Racing to help prevent some of those crazy moves you see on the restart. Field comes into the restart zone. Boyer hits the gas. We're back. Green flag racing at Stafford. Field coming off the corner. Gonna be interesting to see if anyone can try to make a pass here. Really, right
they
now,
all stay single file and orderly right now.
those two leaders are in their own zip code right now. Ricky already pulling out in front of Keller in this 57 machine. Herman Reese, though, right there behind him in his Cadillac.
Yeah, when you're running fixed setup of these short tracks, it's like if you know the track, you can really just absolutely take everyone to town. A lot of these races these fixed setup short track races come down to just a lot of skill and a lot of just sheer patience.
Yeah.
And the guys up front are usually the best at it.
I was going to say it's that P word, isn't it? It's that patience that you have to have early on in these races. There you see Weston, who's trying to make a move on Napick off of turn 4. Weston moving up in the field, though, Ricky.
Yeah, Weston's been consistently kind of charging his way through the field here. Just sort of finding places to be fast where other people are, and he's going all the way down to the bottom of that apron, going through these turns. You even see him kicking up dirt every now and then when he hits the grass.
Dude, he needs a lawnmower sponsor. He's been in that dirt all night long trying to get the best run off the corner.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get some pretty quality lawnmower parts at your local Napa Auto Parts store.
Throwing all that dirt up in the face of Steve Rubino. Can't be liking that in his... Oh, gotta pull a tear off the helmet there.
We'll say in single file here, looks like all the way through the field, but the 48 of Austin LaPlante is now racing with the 51 car of Nevelsek. That 51, the whole back end's kicked in, but he's holding strong still. Just made the pass for 12th.
Roger in our race Monday night with the TMP Racing League Cup Series at Atlanta, barely losing out on a victory there, finishing second by 1/100th of a second. A great finish there. We'll be carrying 9 more of their races throughout the coming months, so a great opportunity for us and for them to showcase their league, and doing a great job here. Another guy that was in that race is our race leader, Josh Boyer.
Josh Boyer just continues to just run a clinic on everyone right now. Last time by, it looks like he was running an 18.999. 31 of Stickennis ran an 18.963, so the 31 a little faster that time by. Let's see if they're running the same times this time by. He ran 19.054, Stickennis 19.075. So these top two are running almost identical lap times at the moment. Even compared to 57 of Keller and Reese, they're running about a tenth faster than those guys. Just consistently. And the thing about these short tracks though is that it's such a tight game in terms of lap times that you need more than a couple hundredths here and there to really track a guy down.
These laps, like I said, they're like we said at the open of the broadcast, they're gonna go quick under green. You're gonna tick off 3 laps a minute at the rate that they're going if you round up to 20 seconds a lap. And it's just, we're clicking them off really fast here. Great pace being set by all these drivers, racing very clean here. Looked like up towards front Weston again, trying to make his way around Napick, not able to do so. There you see Rich Napick in his beautiful number 6 modified, trying to make a pass on Spatafora in the 37. Oh, and Spatafora in the wall off of turn 2.
Yeah, I've been keeping my eye here on Rod Weston, the 56. It just seems like every time he gets to Napick, he's still running a different line. He's definitely taking in deeper than that 6. And there's a point about center off as the 6 is going to the inside of the 37. Spatafora. Ooh, Weston gets close to that back bumper of that 37. That was tight.
Weston saw a chance to gain a position, went for it, not able to do so. Here it's Spatafora cuts him off going through turns 3 and 4.
Well, it's such a tight, like I said, it's so tight with lap times and how these guys are running that you really can't afford to lose ground to a guy because it takes an eternity to make it back up. So when you see something like that happen where a guy slips up and you're trying and there's a chance to take a position, you really gotta go gun for it because you don't know how this guy's gonna be running after he recovers. You don't know if he's hurting. You don't know if he's having handling issues. 37 spat a 4 on Mike because we've seen him in the wall already. As the 56 gets very close to his back bumper, but you gotta work because you don't know what this guy's gonna do, and you're just gonna be losing time to the guy that you were just racing, which is Napik in the 6.
Well, I think, you know, it's also, you gotta, it's a balance, right? You want to make your way around a guy, you don't want to get into him, you don't want to rough him up trying to get that position this early in the race because you don't know how that'll fight back at you. You also gotta think we're in the chase, we're in the push for the championship here in the HOBO
56
Mods.
over pushed it in turn 3, over drove it. In 2, I mean, got loose in the 21 of Steve Rubino, went to the inside of him. So now we got a battle for 7th there. Looks like the 56 is going to pull back away.
I think another thing to note early on in this race is that outside line's a little more viable than I think what these drivers are giving it credit for. We see him really wrapping the bottom here, but whenever a guy gets the inside of somebody, he can really use that second groove, I guess, that second lane off the bottom to keep the momentum up and get a good run off the corner to beat them down the straightaway.
Absolutely, and it kind of caught me off guard, honestly, seeing it happen, because I was under the impression that it was going to be a 1-lane track. But you see it can work. I think just the way the track is, the way that wall comes out to you on the straightaways, it's probably a little harder to be running that outside. It's probably harder on the tires. You're probably having to put more wheel into it to make it work up. If it's doable, it's doable. I'm sure it's not the most beneficial thing in the long run to be doing consistently.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, right? We haven't been on the track. We've watched practice. We're doing this remotely, of course. You gotta wonder if these guys, if they have a large enough notebook. It's a new track for everybody. We're listening in on the drivers meeting and the guys during practice, and a lot of them concerned about the new track. You see Rubino really diving into the corner there, but worried about a new track, a track that sounded like a lot of them hadn't run before, didn't realize this was the exact version of the speedway that they were using tonight. And a guy that Rubino into the back of Weston through turns 1 and 2. That's gonna bring out a caution.
Oh man,
He ran him over.
oh my goodness. And Joe, I didn't want to cut you off. That was getting so close. There was a lot of about 5 or 6 cars right in front of our leader, Boyer there, just about to run into the back of, and that was going to get hairy. He had made it there, but looks like we have a caution beforehand. Get everything reset again.
Well,
Saves a lot of these guys that were just about to go the lap down to our leader.
I think the best view for this is going to be from our helicopter cam. You're going to see how deep into the corner Rubino goes. Weston backing up his corner a little bit behind Spada 4 in the 37, and then just uses that Nerf bar, bumps him out, spins him out of the way.
Oh yeah, he took that in there, which I don't think that was back on out. Yeah, it looked like it's just been Rubino's sort of MO the past few laps. Actually, the previous lap, he almost ran the 56 over in that same turn, doing that same line. Drove it in very deep, kind of stick on that outer line, and it seemed to be working. But you know, that's part of this. That's part of this. The challenge with this track is just, you know, you can run that turn harder, a lot harder than you think. But the problem is that the guy in front of you going to run it that hard, because there's a plus and a minus to it. So you kind of have to strategically place it. Looks like 56 and the 21 there, it kind of showed us what happens when that goes sour a little bit.
What we've all been, you know, it's what we've been saying throughout the night, Ricky, the difference in the approach to the corner, right? You got guys that are backing it up, guys that are really diving it in. Dan coming to pit road here to get his service. Get a little bit of pitch strategy there, though, with
It
Herman.
looks like the whole field's going to come.
Whole field? They already came to pit road, Ricky.
Yeah. Whole field came down pit road this time, which, no, I guess, benefit to staying out with this few cars. If everyone was going to pit. See if anyone stays out. It looks like the 2 and the 44 are out right now. I don't know if they were trying to get a lap. But Spatafor are winning the race off pit road, too.
Yeah, he's going to line up second on this restart, Ricky.
Oh, Brendan Spatafor took right side tires. I believe the rest of the field took 4. So
Herman Reese out front. Herman didn't pit, right? Or did he pit?
no, he did pit.
Did pit. So Herman also taking 2
Yes.
tires, jumping 3 spots here for the restart. It's gonna set you like this. Herman Reese out front. Brendan Spatafor, Jet Nation in second. Josh Boyer is going to line up third. Fourth is Stakennison at 31. Fifth is Rob Keller.
Actually, yeah, Reese must have taken 2 as well. The interesting strategy there. You know, we only got we're at lap 61 and 120. We got 60 laps left in this race. We're at the halfway point. Realistically, the way these tires are probably wearing, that could take you to the end.
Herman Reese going to lead him into the restart zone. Hits the gas. We're back. Green flag racing at Stafford.
Oh, and that 41's looking to the inside. You got to make sure that he doesn't pass before turn 2.
Probably thinking about trying to get a really good run off the corner. Driver's screaming down the back straightaway.
The thing about being the leader that whole time is that you get caught back here on fresh tires. All you want to do is get by these guys, but you really don't know if 2 tires is going to be just as good as 4, because no one's really tested it yet. So kind of running an experiment right now. But that 41 of Boyer, you got to think he's just like, let me by, I'm faster. But looks like right now Herman Reese in a 19 flat, fastest car on track that time. So right now those right sides seem to be panning out pretty well for that 73 Cadillac.
I think another thing too, Ricky, is the track position. We've seen it's really hard to pass here at Stafford. It's even if a guy can get to your inside, get to that lane that we thought would be the preferred one to pass, that job of actually completing the pass is really hard. You can get next to him, you can get wheel to wheel off the front, but it just doesn't seem like you can complete that pass unless you really send it into the corner.
Right, and we got a good battle going for the top 10 here. It looks like Duke Sorensen and Bill Kring. They're going to get this sorted out. The 59 and the 32 are just battling there. The 56 of Weston was involved with it as well. But right as I say that, they all panned back out single file.
Weston in the 56, Simpson out in front. Sorensen behind. It's been a soft race tonight, you know what I mean? It's been, everyone's been very kind to each other. We saw Rubino. I chalk that up to just being a mistake, misjudging how far deep into the corner to go there, bringing out that last yellow. But I mean,
absolutely, everyone's been doing it. Kind of all varying results.
Yeah, you see Weston really sent it in there behind Simpson, and then you had to get out. You have to get on the brakes, and we got a car around in the back that looks like it's pushrod in the 17. I believe that's going to be our third yellow on the evening. It is.
17 just having a tough going tonight.
Replay. Oh, and it's going to be contact with the 3 car.
You know, it looks like the 3 again just coming into the turn a little too hot.
Ryan Boyd. I don't even know. Yeah. Took a different line. Car washed up on him, and then he made contact with that right rear of Pushrod. And again, a tough break. Had the self-spin earlier, now getting spun out there in turns 1 and 2. We've seen a lot of trouble tonight.
Yeah, a lot of trouble in turn 2 tonight. I think it's just the way people have been having to enter it. You know, it seems even on from our perspective, but realistically, it's not totally even. And I think they just sort of have slightly different entries going into these turns. And turn 2, 1 and 2, it almost looks like you got to dive it just a little bit deeper to get it to stick right.
For sure, and it's like, again, it's the philosophy about how you drive the track. Do you want to back up the corners and get a better run down straightaways, or do you want to really send it into the corner? Metaphor playing some mind games. You really want to send it into the corner, try to get to the inside, and hope that guy either pushes up the track, gets out of your way, thinking that you're going to run him over. I mean, there's times in short track races we've seen where a guy is hard charging through the field, and then the guy out front just, okay, I'm going to let you by, I'm saving my stuff, I'll get you back in a couple laps.
Yep, and sometimes it's also just a matter of trying to, I guess, sort of call their bluff. You know, kind of intimidate them a little bit, that you dive into that inside.
Yeah.
And you just kind of hope that they jump out of the way.
I mean, Ricky, when we race, right, there's guys in the leagues that we run in that you kind of just know that you got to get out of their way, right? They're a little more aggressive. You don't want to race with them because you know they're gonna really push the boundaries that either you set up or that or the boundaries of the car, right? So interesting to see that difference in philosophy and strategy of driving the track. Dog Palmer getting his lap back here. Or no, is that the 188? Yeah, sorry.
That is the 188.
188 of Larry D. I thought it was the 108 earlier, but race car lights are off. We reset you like this. Herman Reese out front. Spadafora in second. Josh Boyer in third. Jeff Stekenis. I got it right. Jeff Stekenis here in fourth. Fifth is Rob Keller. Sixth, Steve Rubino. Napick in the sixth. In seventh, West in eighth. Sorensen ninth. And then Lloyd in 10th. So we get you back to the front of the field here real quick. Herman Reese going to lead him to the green. Gets in the restart zone. Hits the loud pedal. We're back. Green flag racing at Stafford. And Spadafora looking to the inside. Can't make the pass there. Oh, he gets into him.
Spadafora makes contact.
And Boyer into Spadafora. And oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. Well. Oh, they're still spinning.
Well, and that is something you should...
spinning there?
That is...
57 of Keller. Dan Rubino's around. Bill Kring's in dirt. Oh, my goodness. A 56 of Weston's around. Well, Joe, you jinxed it.
I did. Just craziness here on the restart. Hey, guys, side by side, other parts of the field. Weston on the outside of Napick there.
Looking back on that, Joe, it looked like Herman Reese had the lead. Spadafora goes to the inside, which you said earlier, that's supposed to pass to off of turn 2. So the 37 had to run to the inside. Made contact with him. I guess he was just trying to time it so that he'd be racing the 73 coming off the turn. But they make contact. 73 goes around. The 37 has to check up. That doesn't give the 41 any time to stop. So then he hits the 37. And everyone behind just hits somebody. Everyone, it's almost easier to count who wasn't around on track.
You see it up towards the top of your screen from the stationary cam on the back straightaway, just carnage ensuing. Everyone trying to get through there. Boyer making it out in front with Stekenis in second. But just a whole slew of cars, and then a secondary incident with Rubino and Weston and Pushrod getting involved again in another incident tonight. Just, oh my goodness.
That was something. If you're 41 of Boyer there, you know, 41 of Josh Boyer, that's one way to get the lead. He didn't do anything wrong there by any means. Those two just got together when the 37 Spadafora had to let up. You could only stop so quickly, and Boyer just would not have been time to avoid that 37 when he had to check up. And set the 37 around. I don't think there's anyone's fault on that. But these are guys that took 4 tires in that last pit stop back to the front. A little unconventional, but yeah, it worked.
On board with Rubino there, Steve Rubino in the 21. All that being said, it's back to being the Josh Boyer show. He's out front with Stakenis in second, Rubino in third.
And you just got to feel for that 57 of Rappler, because he's been doing good. He's been up there all night, up front all night, doing great. Just consistently up in that top shuffle of the top 5 cars, and just got caught at the back end of that. Now he's relegated to 9th on track. That's something that we're coming to lap 79 and 120 here. There's not a whole ton of time left in this race. I don't know how much he's going to be able to make back up.
Yeah, you gotta. The field we're getting reporting that the 51 and 37 made contact coming off of pit road, so tough break there for Nebelsek in the 51 and Spatafor in the 37. Real quick, we're going to try to pay some bills. Make sure you check out JoeTow Designs in the description below. JoeTow Designs for all your... No, we're going green flag racing. What am I saying? Green flag's back out. We're racing again here at Stafford. Ricky, you gotta tell me.
Oh, they're already side by side. The 32 to Krang and the 56 of Weston. Already side by side making contact back here as they came across the line.
Quick restart there, huh? LaPlante.
Yeah, it looked like Weston was trying to catch up with everyone and then just timed it wrong, and then they came green side by side. Weston bounced off the wall.
We're having fun here at Stafford with the HOBO Mods. Make sure you check out the HOBO Racing League in the description below to find out more, find out race dates. It's been crazy. You see LaPlante in the Lowe's 48. Looking like Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy the Juggernaut.
Yeah, Austin LaPlante, they're just keeping it quiet night here, avoiding all the chaos, giving a good run going right now in 7th place. He keeps this up, might have some more positions to gain with the way all these cautions have been falling. Gentle at first, but we're getting to the crazy part, ladies and gentlemen at home. Herman Reese is 73 back in 13th. Is just making a hard charge through the field right now, trying to pick up some positions after that spin.
There you see a 73 Cadillac. Yeah, trying to make a position. You see Spatafora behind him as well. How hard are you driving, seeing the guy that got into your left rear on the restart? How hard are you driving trying to get away from him? Simpson pulls over.
He's driving pretty hard. I'll say that. It would be a different story if he was behind him, but the fact that he's ahead of him, there's gonna be that little error of, oh god, I don't want him to catch me again.
Don't want deja vu on this night here, beautiful night in Stafford, Connecticut.
Thursday Night Lightning. There we go. That's not copyrighted.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound good, Ricky. It don't sound good.
Thursday Night to Lightning.
We got a car stopped on the exit to pit road, probably letting everyone go by.
Yeah, I believe that's...
LaPlante and Kring side by side here. Who was it?
25 Ron Simpson. He had gone down pit road. Unknown reason why he went down pit road, but he had to go down pit road, it seems. Just giving everyone good courtesy, making sure that the field had space to get by him.
When we see these guys when they're coming off the corners, they're really low, trying to maximize that straight shot you get out to the retaining wall on the outside. Not a safer barrier here. And we see it looks like Pushrod making a move to the inside of LaPlante back here. LaPlante, you said he was...
Yeah, Pushrod just lit up the front tires going into turn 1.
You said LaPlante was having a good quiet night, and he's falling back here, Ricky. I think you jinxed him.
Yeah, I think this is one of those nights, Joe, where we're just the big jinxes up in the booth. It's Herman Reese. Ooh, gets close to that side, left side of that 48 Lowe's car. He might even make the jump on LaPlante here.
He's got to get
going.
going.
Him into the top 10.
You know, as we're closing in on 30 laps to go, so closing in on the end of this race, Ricky, and you gotta get moving. You gotta get moving. You gotta try to get that top 5. You know, probably not going to be able to get up to the lead if we don't get another quick caution, but if you can go out and get a top 5, that'd be a good night for the 73 after the incident pushed them all the way to the back.
Definitely. It looks like the 31 of Stakenis actually is kind of falling back into the grasps of Steve Rubino and Ron Napick. We were talking about this earlier, how the 31, 31, the 41 were kind of the class of the field all night. The 31 hasn't been able to get away from the 21 here. He's actually been having to contest that position kind of since this restart happened.
Trying to make his way past. See the 6 of Napic there, right behind Rubino in 4th. And getting really close off these corners. You're going to see it. I think Stakenis is a little more conservative going into the corners. There you see it, that gap. Rubino kind of closes that gap a little, but watch Stakenis kind of pull the gap a little bit more off the corner with a good run. Not as much that time as I thought it would be, though.
I'd like to fix, I think I said 6 earlier. I think I said Ron Napic, it's Rich Napic. I don't know why I said Ron. I keep thinking. Got my R's all up tonight.
Well, Mr. Napic has a bunch of fans in the chat.
Yeah, we were talking about Ron Simpson, so I started Ron in my head. Napic in the 6. My apologies. Taking it by ear.
Hey, we're having fun here at JTN. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate all the views, all the likes. Seeing some familiar faces in the chat. Thank you so much. And as always, in supporting us and the HOBO Racing League.
Oh, we got the 3 round in turn 3 and 4. Is it caution out? Oh, he's got contact again, and he's sliding into the wall once more. 3-car bar. Looks like the 32 just kind of gave him a love tap coming off of turn 4, and the 3 went around, and then when he was trying to straighten it out, the whole field kind of came through. He got together with somebody there. Went back into the outside wall.
It's going to be contact with the 32 that brings out the caution, sending the 3-car of Ryan Boyd around here. And then it's going to be, it looks like Pushrod barely makes contact those open wheel tires, and that sends the 3 back around. Tough brake, hard into that outside wall. It's solid concrete here.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, this is going to bring an interesting question now. As leaders pit, we kind of had a run there. If they pit, someone leapfrog them. Does it make more sense to stay out at this point? We're going to get going probably with less than 10 laps to go, if not 10 laps to go. Does it make sense to do that at this point, pit?
Oh, it doesn't make sense. I think we've seen it. The guys, they're all staying out right now. Boyer, Stakenis, Vino in 3rd, Napic 4th, Sorensen in 5th, and Weston in 6th. All those guys staying out here. At least they're in 7th. Yeah, you can't pit right now, Ricky. You gotta stay out. You got what you got. Right now, the crew chief's telling you, you got what you got. Those are the tires I need you to finish this race on. Those are, it's the fuel that you're good to go in the tank with. So, I think, we're gonna probably go back, green flag with 20 laps or so.
Oh my goodness, yes, you're right, 20 laps or so. Wow,
You said 10, and I was like, there's no way that I'm doing the math wrong in my head.
Still shaking off the rust here, folks. I've been out of practice for a little bit, so for a few weeks at least.
Yeah, but
so yeah, with 20 laps, the point still stands. I don't think with as close these lap times are that you really can make a charge with 20 laps on fresh tires.
Yeah. And I mean, these folks, if they want to hear more of your lovely voice and my lovely voice, they can hit the subscribe button right here on JTN. We've got playlists for all the different leagues that we've done, starting to build those up. Check out the HOBO Racing League in the link in the description below to find out more about how you can go racing with HOBO. And also check out JoeTow Designs for all your racing-related general apparel. JoeTow Designs, use code JTN2 at checkout for 10 off. Bunch of crazy cool designs there. And also check out the JTN merch store with designs by JoeTow Designs. It's designs by me. To support JTN and our brand, some cool t-shirts up on there. And looks like we're going to be going green flag racing next time by. And also check out AutoSim, the simulated NASCAR racing experience. Autosim.weebly.com to find out more. Download the game for free today. Okay, Boyer, Stakenis, Rubino, your top 3. Who you taking?
And I just don't know how I can bet against Boyer right now, barring anything crazy happening. Knock on wood again. The field all night.
I think he's got it locked down right now. He's going to come into the restart zone. He's got to hit that loud pedal again. Green flag's back out. We're racing once again at Stafford. Green flag
That loud
racing.
pedal's pretty loud because you got a good jump on those guys.
Rubino all over the back bumper is to Kennis for second, though. That's going to be the battle, I think, because Boyer's just got such a strong car. Has been really strong. A guy that barely got any practice tonight was complaining about trying to get the track downloaded.
Oh, the 56 of Weston is around. Herman Reese gets to the back.
Oh, Beta 4 hard into the 56, up on his side, and that's going to bring out another yellow, Ricky.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Herman Reese got right into the back of the 56. Just dove it in there just a little too much, and they got together, and there was nowhere for Spatafora to go on that one.
Replay of what happened with Weston here. Up and on side, so going through turns 3 and 4, Herman Reese going to make contact with that right rear, or left rear, I'm sorry. Bushrod gets in the back of Herman Reese. Spatafora goes high trying to get out of the way, but Weston's there. Heavy lick there on the side of that 56 machine.
Yeah, and it just looked like the 56 of Weston kind of went in a little higher. We were kind of talking about this earlier, about if you want to try racing in that higher line. Went in higher, but the way that his car rotated was that it was kind of going back towards the apron. The whole car wanted to kind of pull itself back towards the apron. And the issue was that Herman Reese was on that inside, so his car was trying to push back up a lane, which usually happens when you're running on that apron, so they just sort of came together. And then the 17 of Pusher got into the back of Reese and just spun around and spat out forward. Gave that 56 quite a shot.
Hey, if you didn't come get tires last time, you're not coming to get them now, so looks like we're going to keep the top 5 the way they were, Ricky. Boyer, Stakenis, Rubino, Napick, and Sorensen. We saw Weston was really hard charging on the back bumper of the 59. Now, obviously, not going to get back there. Tough night for the whole 56 team. Had a really strong car. Just involved in a couple unfortunate accidents.
Yeah, really unfortunate for that team. That 56 has been running strong all night. Sure that we knew where he was on track. Made it quite exciting seeing him kind of charge his way through the field there. But interestingly enough, speaking of charging through the field, Herman Reese is still going to be in 6th position there. I said I didn't think that someone would be able to charge from the back to the front, but that 73 Cadillac has been doing it. Just been methodically clicking away these positions. Right now he's running this position. He might actually even have fresher tires than the leaders, come to think of it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be enough, though. It's so hard to pass here, Ricky. Hard to pass. Quick note. Barbara writes in, announcers are great. So thank you, Barbara. We really appreciate that. We appreciate your support and all you guys cheering on the Rubino brothers. Rubinos. Yeah, doing a great job. Tonight is Steve in 3rd. Dan not doing so hot tonight. I Rich Napick, we named there in the comments as well, running 4th. Strong night for the 6th team as well. Right now, it's been the Josh Boyer show all night long. Ricky's going to have the control on this restart. Stakenis is going to have to get a good one if he wants to hang tough there and try to battle for this win.
Yeah, Stakenis is going to have to stay close on this restart if he wants a chance of this win.
Yeah, you see it here. Hit the gas, get there fast. Green flag's back out. It's Stafford closing in on 10 to go. Boyer, though, doesn't get as big of a lead, get as big of a jump there. Kind of washing up the track through the center.
That might play into 31's hands a little bit. He's been running even times with our leader. If you could put him in tow, you might be able to find something quickly to kind of get an edge on him for these last 10 laps.
You gotta try to get there. You gotta go. We're getting in at the end here, Ricky. You gotta go. You gotta move. You gotta get the lead out right now. Maybe not the lead that's keeping the the weight in the car where you want it, but yeah.
Absolutely. You really gotta get going here. That's 31 of Stakenis. Still looks like he's not running the same times as Boyer. We'll see this time by. This time by, and I stand corrected, he runs pretty much identical to Boyer. So that 31's keeping him in tow. He's going to need something here. I don't know if they're going to catch lap traffic. I don't know if that's going to happen quick enough over the course of 10 laps. But he's going to need a little help, I think, to that 41.
With that said, that was our TWB 10 to go. For more information, check out TommyBordeaux.com. A new TWB is a new service product website company that's going to bring you some great information. Make sure you visit TommyBordeaux.com to find out more about the founder, Tommy Bordeaux, one of our JTN co-announcers. Closing in at the end of this, though, Boyer really wants to get to victory lane. You get the trophy, you get the praise, you get the time on TV, and Boyer in his Top Golf Sirius XM mod has been a great job all night long with that ECR power underneath the hood.
He's just been the class of the field all night. Put an just to say he put a clinic on everyone tonight, I think would be an understatement. These guys still in tow, staying a lot closer than they have been on previous runs. So I think everyone's starting to kind of get some good mojo with this track.
Gonna be
but
too
will
late,
it be
though.
too little, too late?
Gonna be too late.
You got running fastest laps on track right now is at 21. Steve Rubino in third.
But see, the problem all night long, Ricky, has been you can't pass. We're wrapping the bottom right now. You got to focus on that guy in front of you making a mistake, pouncing on that opportunity, and oh man, you gotta move. You gotta move when you're given the opportunity. We've seen guys do that all night long, but right now everyone is on their A game. Not making mistakes. It's the end of the race. These are some of the best in sim racing. Closing out the race at Stafford at a tough short track, and it's Josh Boyer out front, Stakenis in second, and Steve Rubino, I'm sorry, in third.
And Boyer slipped up a little bit that time. He was a tenth slower than these two guys behind him. But he's kind of seen him track in just a little closer. See if he kind of picks it back up here as they're going beneath the lap car at 57, I think. He's going to stay way up out of the way for these leaders.
Yeah, but he's going to really disrupt the run for the 31 off the corners. Rubino, though, also having his run off the corner getting disrupted a little bit. Got a yellow, and I think this is going to end our race, Ricky. Looks like it's Weston again in the 56.
A rough night for that 56. Started out good, but he's gonna have a bit of a time.
Maybe it's not. Way back there. It's the 48 of LaPlante.
Oh, my apologies.
Well, I said Weston first. Oh, this is a long wreck here.
Oh yeah, it looks like Dan Rubino hits the wall. It bounces off, it catches Plant, and Plant just goes all the way down the front straightaway. Nothing he could do to control that, but oof, it was a hit.
Yeah, that was scary. Gets it back going. Gotta get back to the line as quick as you can. Don't want to lose those positions.
Hey, Joe, this might be all she wrote right here. Looks like Josh Boyer is gonna win this race.
Final lap here. Taking the white flag. Good job for Josh Boyer tonight in this 41 team. Absolutely dominating the night at Stafford at this half mile. To come across the line, see the checkered flag. Victory in the modified series at Stafford for Josh Boyer in the 41 team.
Oh, well-deserved victory for that 41 car. Just absolutely, I can't stop saying it. He led so many laps tonight. It was the only time that he wasn't up front was when Herman Reese played pit strategy there. But even then, that was only for a brief stint. I believe only like 10, 15 laps maybe.
Down the front straightaway to do his burnout, celebrate with the fans. Ricky, we're going to get our top three up in the booth, do some interviews. Call it a night. A great race at Stafford. Josh Boyer, burn it down, buddy. Dominating here at Stafford, winning this HOBO Mods race. Race in the chase, so you want to win those, get the max points, and Boyer did so in this 41 machine. Leaving to the crowd now. like he's going to take it down to pit road. We'll get you your results for the evening. Interviews with our top 3, Josh Boyer, Jeff Stakenis, and Steve Rubino. Here, get you post-race results. Ricky, we saw a great race all night long. Some great green flag racing action throughout the night. Not a lot of cautions, not a lot of incidents that took out a lot of guys, but a couple guys just struggled with getting involved in those incidents at the wrong time.
You know, I wouldn't necessarily say not a lot of cautions. I think we had a fair bit of cautions. And, you know, those cautions ended up changing the whole outcome of the front of the field. But yeah, I agree. It was a great race. A lot of short track action. Felt very traditional short track racing when we got those green flag runs. But just a great time all around. A really fun race to watch.
Great time all around. We're gonna bring our top 3 drivers up into the waiting room. Ricky, I'm gonna bring up our winner tonight, Josh Boyer in the 41, bringing him up into the channel. Congratulations, Mr. Boyer, on your victory tonight.
Hey, thanks, guys. What a race. That was a lot of fun tonight.
Well, it had to be a lot of fun. You were out there in the clean air all night. I know you're back behind guys a little bit there for a second. What was the difference between being out front and being, back in the pack?
Oh, the clean air definitely was so important. Very hard to pass here. The only way you could get around anybody was if you got a real good run off the corner. And Herman and Brendan there, they took 2 tires on that pit stop, and we were thinking that was a good move. And if it wasn't for the little incident there, I don't know if I would have got around those 2 guys. 2 tires might have been the winning call tonight. So I'm glad that that it kind of worked out for me in the end. But being out front tonight was definitely the place to be. It was just real hard to pass.
And we saw you took the 4 tires there. You knew you had a really fast car, but you qualified on pole, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously had the track figured out. It sounded like in pre-race, though, you're having a little trouble getting everything set up. What happened there?
Yeah, I had some issues in tech getting on today, and so I didn't get any practice laps, actually. I had no laps on the track tonight, so we just unloaded quick, and Stafford's always been a place where I felt like I've run pretty well. I've had some success here in the past, and just laid down a really great lap off the truck there, and was able to stay out front for most of the race, and that was a huge key, is qualifying up front here tonight was the key to us getting into victory lane.
And before we let you go, we saw you Monday night over in the TMP Racing League. Had struggles there. How does it feel to rebound tonight, get that victory?
Oh man, it feels great. That was a rough deal on Monday night, and it was just one of those things. I think Tom got a little loose and came up into me Monday night, and kind of ended our night there at Atlanta. So tonight's a little bit of feels good to get back to victory lane tonight, and especially on a broadcast night like tonight. And I appreciate you guys, what you guys do, and everybody else, and a good race tonight, and I'm thankful for the win that we got tonight.
Yeah, and before we let you go, one last thing. Thanks for the compliments. Appreciate you putting on a great show. Any sponsors, anyone else you want to shout out before we let you go?
Just thanks to Steve and HOBO and all the guys that put this stuff on for us. It's a great group of guys. We always have a lot of great racing, and it's a good group of guys just to hang around with, though, and chit chat, during and before and after races, and I enjoy hanging out with these guys. It's a highlight of my week every week, and thanks to HOBO and thanks to you guys for broadcasting for us, and I look forward to more events in the future with you guys.
It's gonna be a fun time. Congratulations on your win, Josh, and good luck next week with the mods on Thursday night. Go get another W next week.
Hey, we'll try, man. We're on the back next week, but it's always fun with these ground pounders, man. Work yourself for the field. You never know what will happen.
You never know what will happen. That describes this race tonight. That was Josh Boyer driving the number 41 Top Golf, a Sirius XM mod. Ricky, a great night for Boyer, winning the race, dominating the race. We're going to next pull up the guy that finished second to him, was right behind him all night long, Mr. Jeff Stakenis, driver the number 31. I got it right. Jeff, you finished second. You were there all night. Was there anything you could do to catch that 41 car?
No, not at all. He's quick. I was thinking about taking 2 tires at one time, but even that, I knew the track was pretty tough to pass, and at the time I think we went in with like 65 laps to go, so it wasn't a good deal.
What you say he's so fast. Was there anything that you noticed that he was doing different that you tried throughout the race? We saw earlier on you were maybe charging the corners a little bit more and you kind of backed off that strategy as the race went on.
Yeah, I figured that there wouldn't be as many cautions later, but usually cautions breed cautions. So I just kind of was charging the corner a little early on, thinking, okay, what are my boundaries and how fast is he going to go? And he's fast. I mean, he's a great driver. So I just kind of backed off in the middle of the race and kind of settled in, and then I thought maybe I could get him at the end, but he's quick.
He was quick, but you were right there behind him. Before we let you go, again, congratulations on the second place finish. Anyone you want to thank, shout out, the floor is yours.
I'd like to thank my mom, who watches me almost every time I race online. Shout out to her. And these guys that I run with, these guys are absolutely great. We have a really good time every time we get together. So these guys are the best. So thank you, HOBO Racing.
That sums it up. Thanks for coming up, giving us, talking with us. Here's to Kenneth. Congratulations on the second place finish. I know it's not that victory that you want, and good luck next week. Try to improve that position by just one more and celebrate a victory.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Yes, to Kenneth, driver number 31 tonight. Ricky, we saw he was right there behind Boyer all night long, but just couldn't get it. Couldn't get that little bit extra that 41 car had.
Yeah, he was there all night. He had that speed. It's just sometimes how short track racing goes. The leader catches on to something, and you spend the entire race playing catch up on it, and you never really get a hang of what they're doing. Just try your best and hope that something happens. And 31 did a fantastic job there, keeping in tow with the leader and really giving him a run for his money.
And a guy that was really hard charging at the end of this race, our third place finisher, Mr. Steve Rubino, driver number 21, HOBO Racing Mod. Congratulations on the podium finish. I know you wanted to definitely get that victory. We saw all your fans in the chat tonight cheering you on. Was there anything more you could do to try to get a couple extra positions there at the end, Steve?
Hey guys, no, I actually at the end of the race I was probably running. I don't know if I might have been running a little bit faster than Jeff or at least equal with him, but prior to that, I was having trouble keeping up with him. So I don't know if he had more tire wear than me at the end or he was running a different line. I don't know, but no, I really didn't. I had to wait for someone to make a mistake, and I think we all did all night because it was real hard to pass.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it during the race, and it's good to hear you reaffirm that. It was hard to pass out there, and that was the strategy, just to try to wait for someone to make a mistake to kind of pounce on that?
Yeah, I mean, you could ride their bumper a little bit, put a little pressure on them, maybe look inside, outside, and hopefully they're looking in the mirror and they screw up. But it didn't happen all night. Everyone that was in front of me early in the race, I think I was running seventh in the beginning of the race. I really didn't have anything for any of those guys unless they screwed up or if they wrecked, obviously. I do want to say I'm sorry to Rob Keller, though. I actually took his position there at the end when we got caught up in the grass there, and I clipped his left rear tire, and he spun in the grass, and he never got back up there. So I really felt bad about that, though. But other than that, I think other than that, it was a pretty clean race.
And we saw guys charge in the corner. You were one of them towards the end there that was really able to kind of put the car, get it to the center as quick as possible, and then maybe give up a little bit on the corner exit. Was that, we didn't see that as much from you at the start of the race? Did you change your driving style about midway through when you started making your charge towards the front?
No, it just started coming to me. The more I drove it, the more comfortable I got. I got comfortable with the braking. I got comfortable with the line I was running, and I just got more comfortable, I guess, as the race went on. So yeah, it was good.
Before we let you go, Steve, again, thank you for having us out and what you do for all these guys at HOBO Racing. Anyone you want to shout out and thank while we got you up here with your third place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife Rose. She doesn't give me any slack here. I mean, any flack, not slack. She don't give me any flack about racing a lot. So I'd like to thank her for allowing me to do this so much. And I see a lot of my family. I was just jumped into the chat, and my cousin Annie was in there, and Felicia, and Megan, and both of my sisters, Ann and Barbara, were in there. So we had a lot of family in there tonight. So I want to say hi to those guys, and thanks for watching. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for the broadcast. You guys always do a great job, and we'll be back with you soon. And I just like to thank the guys in the league for showing up every week and being supportive to the league. It's a lot of fun.
You guys do a great job. You support each other. You race each other clean, and it's great to see. Congratulations on the third place finish, Steve. And we got a truck race Sunday at Las Vegas. It looks like it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it should be good.
All right, good luck then. Good luck next Wednesday. And again, congratulations on the third place finish.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Ricky. Bye.
That was Steve Ravino, driver of the number 21 Hobo racing car. Ricky, we saw him make that charge at the end of the race. Did a great job getting up to third place. What, if you had to sum up the race tonight, I know we had a decent amount of cautions. We had some crazy wrecks that saw guys on their sides. If you had to sum up tonight's race, what would one word, what would it be? Get your thesaurus out.
Thesaurus. I guess expected. A short track race in there is a lot of crazy action on track. A lot of cautions, or you weren't expecting cautions. A lot of domination, or we weren't expecting domination. Just every time you come to a short track race, it always subverts your expectations. What you think is going to happen. And that almost becomes expected in of itself, and I think that's kind of what we saw tonight. Is that we kind of thought it was going to be tame. It wasn't. We thought, someone would have something for that, for the leader, and no one really did. It was just a lot of different things. We didn't think any of the leaders were going to wreck, and then like 3 of them wrecked. It's
it happens, man. It's short track
it
racing.
happens. It's short track racing.
It was a great night for all.
Expect the unexpected.
Well,
that becomes your expectations.
Then you gotta expect more.
Exactly.
But again, had a great race tonight with all the guys here at Hobo. Thank you so much to them for having us out. We look forward to bringing you some more Hobo racing action Sunday night with the trucks at Las Vegas. It's gonna be a fun one there. For everyone here at JTN, for myself, Ricky, for Tommy back in the studio watching us, Bristol the dog producing another fantastic broadcast. I'm Joe Twansky. We had a great time. Make sure you check out all of our different pages. Hit like, subscribe. You know the rest. Love all the support. Can't thank everyone enough for it. Appreciate it to the moon and back. Make sure you spread peace, love, and happiness to all those that you meet and come across your path. And we'll see you Sunday for the Hobo Racing Truck Series. 8:50 p.m. You know the start time. You'll love to see it. We'll see you then, guys. Thank you so much for watching.